New graduates have expectations of being able to obtain employment right after graduation, but are finding out that sometimes it's just really not the case. Job search is slow and frustrating, having to compete among hundreds of applicants. Graduates feel as if AI is in charge and no human is involved in the entire process. College grads who are working have taken jobs that don't require a college degree, like temporary or part-time gigs. The unemployment rate among young people is about twice as high as the national average. Young people trying to look for jobs for the very first time are having a really difficult time, largely because of layoffs and labor shortages. There's a little bit of truth to the fact that AI has taken most of all these jobs. Employers don't know how it's going to affect their businesses and how it's going to affect their hiring needs. There are some jobs that graduates don't want to do, and wages are lower because there's so much demand from potential workers. These potential workers seem to be young people who may or may not work out. This creates a lot of uncertainty for the cost of doing business. Not only does it become harder to find a job, but if they do manage to find one, the job is likely to be paying less money. With nearly 4 million higher education students graduating this year, the economic downturn decreases the number of jobs for these students. Employers in healthcare, energy, AI, and hospitality are hungry for new workers. Students in these fields who have the right mindset are easily found. Graduates shouldn't reject the first opportunity to work just because it's not their choice job. It might just be a launching pad or a new beginning for their career. Besides accepting or receiving a job you don't want, consider creating a job or opportunity you will be happy engaging in because the job landscape is shifting. I believe God is allowing the job market to shift to scarcity to get our attention to the new thing He's doing. Young people will be made aware that the piece of paper they've worked so hard to earn may not produce the results their heart desires without the power of God. We're already in a serious moment where we have to recognize and invoke God into all of our affairs. People will examine and look at the degree you've earned to consider your abilities, but it will be in God's hands to fulfill the desire in your heart, and you must be willing to do your part. If you're a believer, you can get God involved early in your search. You can begin to do your part by following the instructions in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, and that will take being obedient to the Word. You must be ready in that area. You must have a relationship with Christ or establish one. You must align yourself with God and know that He has a good plan for your life. God will be replacing evil and unrighteous people with good and righteous ones in His kingdom. So we all must live in right standing with God. He has a spiritual agenda for us to pass before there is an elevation in our lives. If this word resonates with you in some way, please write "God is my source" in the comment section. I am love. I have power. I am kingdom. Thanks and be blessed.